This podcast is a production of Unfiltered Studios. If you would like to know more about joining Unfiltered Studios, please visit our website at unfpod.com for more information.
What time to spare?
What?
With 1 minute to spare.
Facts. Oh. All right. So
Woo!
I am putting all that stuff out there, letting people know that we are officially live.
Man, that little girl. ADD is a bitch.
So much power. So little. So little. Conscious use of the power.
Well, I was guessing that we were just gonna, bullshit. Mm-hmm.
I mean, talking Deadpool is a
Yeah, talking
topic
Deadpool bullshit because we both are pretty well versed in Deadpool. By the way,
this week I went with The Beast Unleashed by Monster. I broke tradition.
oh well, that's fine because last week I didn't even do any tradition whatsoever.
That is true. Yeah.
I don't know. I texted a bunch of people. It was like, "Hey, you can join our live."
Jump on them. Have fun. Talk the stuffs.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're all about talking the stuffs.
Oh my god! So I was also in the middle of watching Deadpool, just to get a refresher.
Yeah.
And like one of my favorite lines, and is at the very beginning, when he's like, "What exactly does getting love taken away feel like?" And he's like, "Oh man, like two ugly hobos fucking in a shoe full of piss."
Don't forget about Mama June.
Mama June, that's right.
Right. Don't forget about Mama June. I'm like, some of the references that he makes in the movie are just, if you're not within the age frame to know who Mama June is, I mean, I've watched enough Scooby-Doo to know who Mama June is.
Well, if honestly, I'm not sure if you would enjoy Deadpool as much if you weren't in on the Marvel universe either, because he breaks so many walls, like not even the fourth wall. He like goes into he breaks some side walls.
I mean, the man literally did a fourth wall break inside a fourth wall break.
Yeah. When he like looks at the, he's like, "What is that? Like 16 walls?"
Correct. It was 16 walls. He broke them so easily. All right, I think I've posted this thing like 3 or 4 times today, so there's no excuse. You all know.
You know where it is, sir.
You know where we are.
I'm prepared.
I've got like 3 cans. with many a backup.
I couldn't buy individual cans, so I had to get a whole 12 pack.
Oh,
and I was like, man, now I'm gonna be drinking for the rest of the week.
Wow, that's about average for me.
Not for me. But if they're in there, I'm gonna be like,
just remember moderation. A couple a day will do you fine.
I guess I could.
Again, because they're so easy to get down, so friggin' smooth.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like drinking regular ass tea.
It is like drinking regular ass tea, and then suddenly you're feeling a little frothy, and you're like, well.
What's going on here? Gravity, my old friend. What are you doing?
Let me shut my door. My dog decided he wanted to come in.
Oh yeah, he's he's all about, it's daddy time.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, it's so warm in here.
All right, I have told my daughter that she cannot come up here. Okay. She cannot cry. She cannot come in my room for the next hour.
That's right.
How long do you think it's going to last?
I give you about 5 minutes, maybe less. Because it'll be like, Daddy, do you want to you need to watch me do this.
Mm-hmm. Now it's gonna be like, Daddy, what? And then she's going to be thinking
Sammy's
of,
being mean to me.
you know, when they don't have something real to say. And so they are coming up with stuff on the fly. And because they want to see what you're doing.
Yes.
And so they come up and they're like looking at the screen, but they're like,
hey.
Daddy, I'm having, I need to,
What you need to do is sit your ass down.
and I'm like, all right, get out of here. You don't even have anything to say.
No.
Yes, I do.
Yes, the amazing pout and flare of chest, like, I'm getting bigger than you so I can get what I want. I'm like, sorry.
I can
literally
still
2 times your size.
grab you by the head and
Yep, yoink, like a friggin' carrot out of the ground.
Rufus, what are you doing?
Scritching.
Rufus is he absolutely has to be near me the minute I walk in the door. He's my shadow.
Mm-hmm. You're Peter Pan. Minus what probably would be, you know, that pedophilia.
Stop it.
I'm sorry, Peter Pan was a pedophile. I don't care how long you've been on Neverland and not aged. Sir, you've been there for a while. Your actual age is this. You're trying to get with Wendy. Sir, you a pedo.
I'm gonna go play with the Lost Boys now instead of you.
Ew, that's even worse.
But technically, weren't they all that age, except for?
I mean, it depends on when
except for the 3 kids who came in.
No, I think Peter would be the first, and then every other Lost Boy would be subsequently sometime after his arrival. So it could have been, God only knows.
Yeah, I mean, they
Peter's
could all
still the
technically
oldest.
be like
Fathers and grandfathers.
well, like also, like would they have like would Peter Pan even have the sexual urges? Like, was he even really a teenager? Because it's like puberty that really gets you going, like ooh girls or ooh whatever. So like 50 years of no puberty, is that really gonna make you like?
Well, see, I feel like even when they did Hook, it wasn't like as soon as he left Neverland, it was just like age caught up with him. It's just he started aging at a regular progressive rate again. So again, he's been on a floating island in the middle of nowhere.
First star to the left.
Yeah, sure. but still, I'm sitting here like, the magic's not magicking anymore. So age should catch up with you, and you should be dust or grandpa. There's nothing to stop time from coming back to you. Happens to a lot of characters and a lot of other stories.
Well, I mean, who are we to judge? Who are we to judge, Mr. Pan?
This guy. this is who I am.
Oh, that's right. We have a podcast.
Yes.
That's what gives us the right to judge.
I have the ability to talk as much shit about things as I want. And I have a microphone to do it with.
So this gives me power.
Well, it's better than being an internet troll.
Can I be?
I'm a keyboard warrior. You cannot see my face. You will do what I tell you to do because I am powerful behind this keyboard.
Have you my mom texted me because I got a friend request from her on Facebook.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I mean, but she's been on Facebook.
Okay.
But I got another friend request, so I was like, oh boy, like, is this a troll or whatever? And she texted me, she's like, someone stole my password and then made my account private. And I'm like, why? What are they going to get out of it? Like,
absolutely nothing, honestly.
What are you going to get out of taking some broke lady's Facebook account?
Yeah.
What is your end goal besides I did it? Fuck yeah.
Like, go ahead and steal Zuckerberg's.
Yeah. Then you might oh, his dumbass saved his credit card on his Amazon account. What an idiot.
Yeah.
Order.
Look at all the stuff I have. I'm so rich.
I'm gonna order me a dick rocket.
Oh God.
gonna take me to the moon and back. Oh yeah.
Who's into Peter Pan now, motherfucker?
Peter Pan's in you now. Literally, fly me to the moon. Take me there, Peter.
Stop it. Stop it.
Uh,
So,
well,
anyways, Deadpool. How about that?
yeah, I know, right?
How about that Deadpool? Is it actually on Disney Plus? Because I keep seeing like I can click on it.
Yeah, you can click on it. Yes, on Disney Plus. It's on Hulu. Let me see. I actually have a whole.
The Deadpool and Wolverine, like the whole thing.
No, not Deadpool and Wolverine. That's not hitting theaters until next week. No, week after. No, next week. But as far as things you can watch it on right now, you can watch it on Disney Plus, Max, YouTube, Hulu, Amazon Prime Video.
So you can
YouTube
actually
TV.
watch it.
Yes. Yeah, the original Deadpool and Deadpool 2.
I'm talking about Deadpool and Wolverine, sir.
Sir, you ain't gonna be able to see that on any streaming service until like 2 months after it's out on the theaters. And then you can start renting it on freaking Prime, more than likely.
For $45.
20.
That's what it always feels like. Like, why am I going to spend $40 for 24 hours of access? Like, even when I went to Blockbuster back in the day, it was $5.
Well, streaming services and having to keep Bezos from making his penis rockets.
Could I just have like a partial penis rocket money?
No.
Just a little?
Not allowed.
Just a little?
Working people don't get to have that kind of money. Only people who sit behind desks all day and tell you you're doing a good job and pet you like a monkey. Good writer. make new script.
Captain Good. That makes me think. Oh my gosh, what were we talking? I was mentioning to somebody how like everyone had that goal in high school where they were like, we're going to be rich. And you're like, okay, what's your plan to be rich? And their plans were graduate high school,
simple,
get rich, be happy. Like, okay.
Yeah, like I'm not going to invent anything. I'm just going to get there.
I'm just going to be rich.
Yeah, I think you skipped like about 12 steps.
You skipped at least one really important step.
or rungs. Like the basic idea.
We need like what's that word? The how?
Yeah. Where's the how?
Please show me how.
Are you howing?
How are you moneying, sir?
Rarely.
I have this one gray hair that grows right here, and I always think there's a booger on my face, and it's a gray hair.
At least it's only one.
I mean, your uniform at least. This is not. I'm not even salt and pepper. I'm like nutmeg and cinnamon and salt.
Okay. Great for the fall. You're the pumpkin spice.
I'm the pumpkin spice of beards.
Yes, there you go.
Thanks, Irish Heritage.
Now, if you could only stand Guinness.
What's fucked up is it's only red here. Everywhere else, it's
brown.
It's like dark brown and black, but mostly gray now. Thanks, kids.
Yay, stress.
Yay, parenthood.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. Anyway, so we were actually talking about Deadpool for a solid 10 seconds.
I mean, we threw out some references.
I got distracted.
I do find like Ryan's whole referencing Wolverine constantly, even though we have never seen this version of Deadpool see anything about Logan until the third film.
But it's to the comic though.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly wish, and I doubt Josh Brolin is going to be in the third one, but I would really have loved to see all three of them: Josh Brolin as Cable, Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, and freaking Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, doing this whole big battle scene that they're supposed to have.
Oh my god, it's gonna be, and they even have the little stupid dog.
I mean, it looks like they're doing the whole Deadpool core. Like they got Headpool, Kid Pool supposed to be there, Lady Deadpool supposed to be in it, Cowboy Deadpool's in it. And apparently, now I posted this early on Twitter, and take it with a grain of salt. But one of these rumor sites did say that Matthew McConaughey is playing Cowboy Deadpool.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they said it.
Fuck out of here.
I'm like, is this real? I'm really hoping that it's real because it would
honestly,
be hilarious.
Like, as an actor, if I was hired to do a Marvel film, I'd be really picky because I want to be like one of the more popular superheroes that keeps coming back, please. Like, not like the one-off, like, hi, I'm blah blah blah, and
Oh, you mean kind of like Brad Pitt as Vanisher and Deadpool 2?
yeah,
Like you didn't see him until he got electrocuted and died.
yeah, yeah. And like, I remember before they even came out with Deadpool, everyone was saying for so long, like, Ryan Reynolds is the perfect Deadpool. He should be Deadpool.
I mean, he was already great when he played in X-Men Origins, even though that was god awful after he I mean, they don't really tell you what his powers are in X-Men Origins Wolverine. It just seems like he's really fast with swords. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden he's gone for like the rest of the movie until right at the end where they're like, Weapon 11, and he's Deadpool.
You're like, whoa! And then they have his mouth sewn shut, and you're like,
mouth sewn shut, and he's like got all these powers. So he's got like the ability to teleport from one of the other members of Wolverine's old platoon. He's not
a female rogue.
No, it was just wonky and it was unnecessary and it was bad. It was bad. I even have that action figure. I think I have all the action figures from that.
There
movie.
there was a Deadpool game I played, where at one point Rogue tries to save him or stop. She does something with him, and Wade's got like a voice in his head the whole time because he's genuinely crazy.
But
she touches him, gets his powers, and then you're playing the game as Rogue for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because she kind of just goes crazy and then just does like all his moves and like, but you're Rogue for a while.
Is that the same one that had a Cable in it and then Cable shot him in the head and then pinned the note to him with a knife?
I don't know. The
was
parts
it literally,
I remember,
was it literally called just Deadpool?
I think so, because it was mostly just like a hack and slash.
Was it Nolan North doing the voice of
don't fucking ask me shit like that. Come on.
Okay. I'll do you one. Is there a scene where he's in the bathroom?
Yes, between the two guys.
Yes, and he's talking to him, and then he has to kill them. Yes,
and it's so funny. I was about to bring up there, like, my 3 favorite scenes from that whole game is when Rogue takes him over.
Yep.
When he's in between them in that bathroom scene, because it does not go forward until you hit a button.
Yeah,
so you can
there literally for like have the conversation going on the entire time.
Yeah, and they will come up with lines constantly, and he'll just be like, "Hey, how's it going? Nice dick," And the guy's like, "Oh my god!" Like they're just trying to do the guy thing and not look over, but they're all like that whole scene.
It's terrible.
And then my other favorite scene is when his whole body gets destroyed, but it's like his head and his intestines, and he has to crawl up his intestines to get to the sewer or whatever, and then he's just like,
yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah,
it's been a while since I played that game. I honestly missed it. I don't know what system was that on. It was like multi. I want to see it was multi-platform. Might have been on PlayStation and Xbox. So it would be nice to get that game again.
But definitely a quality ass.
It was short, but it was a good game.
It was super short, and it wasn't. I mean, it didn't break any new ground in any way.
No,
because it was like you have your heavy attack, you have your quick attack, you have your regular attack. Like he's got 3 different kinds of weapons. That's the game.
Yeah, and
run around and hack and slash.
Yeah, I think you had to do certain things in the game to actually get different costumes too.
It's been so long since I played that game.
I want to say there was one. The Pirate Deadpool costume was in it.
That's one of the few games that really. Those are the parts that stand out for me.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, as far as Deadpool the movie goes, I mean, this was the first R-rated. The first R-rated.
The first one wasn't R-rated?
No, the first one was R-rated, and then Logan came out, and that was R-rated.
I still need to watch that. Actually, I need to watch Logan.
How have you not watched Logan yet?
I read the comic.
I
read Old Man Logan.
I mean, I honestly think that outside of Deadpool, I think Logan was probably one of the best X character films that could have came out.
Are they still doing those minisodes on Disney Plus to introduce the X-Men?
I don't think they are. I think
that sucks because I was looking forward to that.
Again, I would like to have seen that be like the whole. All right, these are the members that you're going to see in the movie eventually, and then the movie. Apparently, there's supposed to be 2 mutants in the new Captain America movie. Supposedly.
I know.
Supposedly.
Well, like they could have did it like they did What If, where it was like you had all the individual character stories, and then all of a sudden they're all together, and I was like, really? They're a team?
Well, what? I think what's going to end up happening is that by the time we get to Secret Wars, this is when like a bunch of universes are going to kind of combine into one. So the X-Men might not. Yeah, so the X-Men might not even be a part of this initial universe at all.
It's
but
like
there might be some mutant genes out there because they say Kamala Khan's got the mutant gene,
even though she needs like the wristband or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, maybe her powers just haven't awoken yet by themselves.
But like that's the only. They've done a few. They've touched on X-Men, but they haven't said mutant yet. But like, it's kind of like when you're given an art project, and when they say you have to draw a tree and a bird, like it's easier to come up with concepts than when they say draw whatever you want, because it's kind of the free reign they have, because they have the endless universes, so they can literally do whatever they want with any excuse they want. Oh, he came from the multiverse. Oh, he just appeared in the multiverse. Oh, he popped in on a portal with Spider-Man when all the bad guys came in. He just popped in a portal with that.
I mean, that's kind of what happened with Vulture. Vulture just kind of like got whisked away. He's not even in his home universe anymore. He's just out there in Sonyverse now.
Yeah, you can do literally whatever the fuck you want. And like, if they combine all the universes back together, then won't have to worry about that.
It would be nice if Marvel could have just Spider-Man, period, all the time.
Oh my god, please just keep doing Spider-Man. That's fine.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's great. Tom Holland is so good.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah. I'm hoping like I said, I'm hoping that Spider-Man 4 is going to be as awesome as I'm keep hearing that it's going to be.
I keep hearing it's going to be his last one.
Doubtful. I mean, I know Robert Downey Jr. was like, you don't want to get caught and kind of roped into this for like a decade.
Yeah, how does your wallet look, Mr. Downey Jr.?
Yeah, considering he was probably one of the highest paid of all of them.
And he was also like, at the beginning, he was like going through bad drug problems. Like, they didn't even pay him until he was done with the work, because if you pay him before, he would just spend it all on drugs and not do the work.
Well, I mean,
and then he got better thanks to the MCU, because he was in the public spotlight again. Like,
yep.
So
he was born to play Iron Man. Man,
he 100% was. 100% was. Mr. Downey Jr.
Yeah, just like Ryan Reynolds was born to play friggin' Deadpool.
Born to play Deadpool. And Mr. Jackman.
Thank you, Canada, and thank you, Australia, for giving us some great actors.
Mike Myers was born to play Wayne Campbell.
True, but he created Wayne Campbell though.
Yeah, he created him in Saturday Night Live. I was watching that the other day.
Nice.
And like, how upset does it make you when you watch something from when you were younger and you love so much, and you introduce it to somebody else, and they just are not feeling it so much, and you're like,
that's
come on, it's Wayne's World, motherfucker.
This is adult life. This is what happens when you're trying to introduce shit to your kids. They're just not going to feel it the same way.
Even with adults, I've tried to introduce it to adults, and they haven't seen Wayne's World, which is, first off,
how?
I don't know where they've been. But then I introduced it, and they're just like asking questions, like, what are they doing? They didn't get the reference to Mary Tyler Moore when they're doing like the glove on the bottles, and they're like. Doing it our way, we're gonna make it happen.
Like I said, people just if you don't know pop culture, how are you surviving in this world? How?
We probably don't have social media. Step one.
Shit. I was perusing Instagram, and Michael Jai White posted. This was my first commercial, and it was a Burger King commercial. It is when they brought out mini muffins for breakfast, and I was like, "Holy shit, that is Michael Jai White! Wow, he had a little mini muffin shaved into the back of his head." Like, wow,
I'll do anything for that money.
I mean,
I'll do anything for that money.
I'm guessing this is before he became like a big martial arts badass. Did you hear thunder, sir? Are you scared?
It's pouring down rain over here.
Yeah.
And the red on my face is about how red the sky is outside.
Fuck yeah, it's been windy out down here, and power's tried to cut out 2 or 3 times. So fun.
Well, thank goodness for portable power. I ain't got that right now, so if I disappear, hold it out on your own, Jay. You're on your own.
Fuck that. No.
Like hell I am.
Deadpool is a guy in a red suit. Why the red suit? So bad guys don't see me bleed. This guy's got the right idea. He wore the brown pants.
That's right.
That's right. We're going to throw out quotes. This is what we do.
I got 12 bullets.
You're going to have to share.
Yeah, you're going to have to share. Yeah. And he's like 4, 3, 2. Oh. That was stupid. Stupid, Deadpool. Stupid.
Worth it.
Worth it. And then him fighting, trying to fight Colossus. He's like, that's okay. People are afraid of the T-Rex.
So terrible. Yeah. Cockshot. Bow.
You ever heard the ass-kicking contest with a one-legged man?
It was like that movie was just chock full of so many great quotable lines. The whole fucking movie is quotable.
It's like, it's not the best movie, but it actually is pretty good for what it is.
Bro, as far as ratings go, I'm going to tell you right now. IMDb, 8 out of 10 with 1.1 million ratings. Rotten Tomatoes, 85% from the tomato meter, 348 reviews, 90% audience score with over 100,000 ratings. Metacritic, 65% from the critic reviews, 8 out of 10 from the user score. Google users, 85%. All high. Except for Metacritic, 65. But that little guy, don't worry about that little guy.
Don't worry about that little guy.
Yeah, man.
Don't worry about that little guy. But, like, you know what's funny is, like, Deadpool is known for his fourth wall breaking, but no one broke the fourth wall better than She-Hulk.
That is true. She did, again.
She broke the shit out of that wall. Like, Deadpool pokes his head through and pops back out. She-Hulk was like, fuck your wall.
Yeah,
built a frame as like, this is open now.
Just pause action, talk to audience.
Yeah.
Resume. I'm like,
but then like breaking through the Disney Plus and kicking open the thing and then crawling into the director's cut behind the like, come on.
Yeah. I'm like, she literally broke the wall, came through, talked to the writers, said, hey, Kevin, and Kevin's not even Kevin Feige, it's Kevin, a freaking robot.
That's right.
She's like, no, we need to retcon that freaking ending. That was bullshit.
And like, and honestly, when I was watching it, you know, because sometimes you watch shit and you're half paying attention.
Yeah.
When it went to the Disney Plus menu, I was like,
what the hell? What happened to my?
Did I hit the button? Did I hit a button? You know, and then it was like
her fist.
Yeah, and then her fist goes. So I was like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
that's right.
Put other things away, phone down.
Terrible.
Let me pay attention and see what's going on here.
Yeah. Just walk through the whole studio.
Yeah. And she just pops in on the writers. Hi, guys. No.
I don't think you're supposed to be here. Hey, no, don't worry about me. Where's Kevin?
When are they coming out? I know they got the new Daredevil coming out.
Yeah, the new Daredevil's coming out. There is still supposed to be Moon Knight season 2. I think they're doing
When
a
did
season
Daredevil
2.
get a yellow costume? I don't.
It was in the costume.
Was
In
it
the
in the
comics.
comics?
Yeah, it was in the comics.
Isn't that counterintuitive to what he's trying to do, like fighting at night?
I mean, isn't wearing red?
It was dark red, at least.
I mean, if anything, he should have stuck with his first costume, black with
A black.
white. Yeah, black
Yeah.
and white bandages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He could have just stuck with that, or he just could have gone like totally could have gone Batman Dark Knight.
Yeah.
And then he could have said that the horns were devil horns. I am the night.
Oh God, no.
Somebody's hungry, and I'm cooking in Hell's Kitchen.
Gross. Nothing good comes out of Hill's Kitchen.
Flipping them justice burgers.
Jesus Christ. It's the devil's meat.
It's the devil's meat. Yo, do you like ketchup and mustard on your justice? Blind
Daredevil.
freedom.
It should be Daredevil Dinosaur.
Daredevil Diner.
He's
He's cooking in Hell's Kitchen.
It's triple D's.
Triple D. That's so funny because I love Triple D's.
Is it drive-ins, diners, and dives? No, it's Daredevil Diner.
It's the Daredevil Diner. We call it it's on 36th Street, so we
whole
call
new
it
franchise.
the 36 Triple D.
Like, if lawyering, if abogados, being an avocado, whatever you want to call them. Forgot the I'm pretty sure abogado is lawyer in Spanish. Abogado?
I have no idea.
Avocado.
Avocado is avocado in Spanish.
Free avocado.
Pretty sure I know that one.
Free avocado.
I don't even know.
But yeah. If lawyering doesn't work out for Matt Murdock, I think he would.
Daredevil Diner, and it's like you put it on like a specific street that would be a real size, so you could be like, "I'm on 32 Triple D." Don't let.
It's a bra size.
That's the point. That's the joke.
It's a perfect joke.
I did it.
We're talking about food and boobs.
There's nothing better. Food and boobs.
Yeah. See. This is up Deadpool's lane.
This is totally up his alley.
Right up Main Street.
He's like, woo, that one went right up Main Street.
Right up Main Street. The little hobble.
And I think the intro when he's in that taxi cab is just so much Deadpool. Like he picks up the like spooky Segway tours, and he's just like,
ooh,
like puts it in his bag, and then he's just sitting there and he's rolling up and down the window and doing like obnoxious shit. He's like, "Hey, buddy, it's lonely back here." Excuse me, pardon me.
God damn, yeah, him getting into the front seat of the friggin' taxi was ridiculous.
You go get him, Harbender.
I'm so glad they actually introduced the character of Dopender. I think
Dopender, yes.
is so cool.
I mean, honestly, I know I read all the Deadpool comics, but who is Dopender from?
As far as a character, I don't think he's just like I don't think he's a character in the comic books. I think he was.
Oh,
they just
you
kinda
said
created
introduced him, and I'm like,
yeah, as in they created this character that would be a great sidekick for Wade.
That's what the guy who ran the bar and
Weasel really
Blind
wasn't a
Al.
sidekick.
Weasel and Blind Al in the comic books were his sidekicks.
Fair enough, but Weasel, I don't really see Weasel as a sidekick. I mean,
but Blind Al honestly was kind of being tortured of a sort.
Here's some cocaine.
I mean, that's like she hated it. She was like, "I fucking hate it here," and he refused to let her go. Like they would joke around and ha ha ha, but then if she made any mention of like wanting to leave or something, he'd be like, "I'll fucking kill you if you even think about leaving here." Like he genuinely was like kidnapping, serial killer vibes. She was trying to find ways to escape, and like Weasel would come by as his best friend, but then Blind Al would always, he'd always be like, "I'm trying to find a way to get you out of here." Like, because he's genuinely insane. Deadpool is insane.
Would you? Do you blame a person who literally had cancer everywhere? Everywhere.
That you can't make excuses.
His mentality is probably coined not only by the things he's done in his past as a special operative and as a mercenary, the cancer, and then the torturous nature of his transformation into Deadpool.
Okay, well, like
Insanity.
by that logic, if Jeffrey Dahmer was
Jeffrey Dahmer's
was
a
funny,
whole different case.
if he was funny
no,
and he had
like
cancer on every inch
he's
of his
just going to
body,
eat clowns then.
but what if he had a good sense of humor about it?
Oh yes, he could make a lot of crazy jokes about eating clowns.
So would he's like, does this taste funny to you?
Exactly. And people would laugh about it. They're like, "Oh my god, this is so funny."
Oh, stop! Put the handcuffs on, Jeff. But I'm just saying, like just because he's funny, you can't let it slide that he genuinely is a murderer, does not give a fuck about anybody.
Well,
He cares about, in the movies, he cares about that girl. In the comics, he does not have that girl.
Death actually. Death loves
Okay,
the shit out of
but
him, and he loves the shit out
Death
of
is not someone he should be like. Well, Death married Thanos at some point, I think, or Thanos was trying to get her.
Yeah, Thanos has always been trying to get her. He worships.
But then Deadpool just kind of hangs out, and Death's like, "What's up, boy?"
Correct, because he's one of the only people who's never going to die, but he can get there.
Yeah,
but he always comes back.
Yeah,
kind of like how they did in Deadpool 2, where it's just like, all right, he dies, kind of.
That'd be kind of cool.
0.2 seconds.
Death appear in the Marvel universe.
I was honestly thinking that maybe Vanessa kind of inadvertently becomes Death in a way.
That'd be kind of cool. But
I mean, she was hanging out in the afterlife, just like giving
waiting for him.
Prophetic. It's about family. What do you mean?
What?
And kickback. Now he's got to figure it out. It's like,
what?
How are you? You've been dead for less than a month, and you're already doing the weird prophetic ghosty shit. That's not cool. That sounds like you've been there for way longer. Way longer.
Well, I mean, technically, I guess Death could take any persona that she wanted. If she chose someone that Wade Wilson found attractive, that would make sense.
I mean,
just because she takes on the visage of Vanessa does not mean it has to be Vanessa.
True. Exactly. So, there you go.
Oh
my God! There's comments. Watch.
Oh.
That's all it says. Live viewer comments show up on StreamYard. This is an example.
I deleted it. Look, I can't add comments. Can anybody else add comments?
Pretty sure anybody could add a comment. They decided to join in.
Join me, fucker.
Excuse me.
Nice.
And see if I can actually spell properly.
We're chatting. We're chatting. We're chatting with everyone in the studio.
I know, right?
Look at us go.
It's
Here we
just
go.
for us.
Hi, studio.
No, it says studio.
Oh no! Should we change our brand?
Studio.
Look, we can totally change our brand. Look, now it's green.
Green. Just like our old logo.
Studio. Studio.
Such a good Phil Collins song.
We got distracted by shiny objects.
No, StreamYard literally did it to us. I blame StreamYard. They did it.
Thanks a lot, StreamYard. Come on.
So when I look at Deadpool, and and I see the references like in the beginning as they're doing the slow mo intro as they're flying through the air after the car has been flipped. You see stuff falling out, like the little Green Lantern card.
Yeah, that shit. He loves
Like-
pointing that shit out.
Like,
how terrible it was.
I made a terrible superhero movie. You made two terrible superhero movies. You made X-Men Origins Wolverine, and you were in Green Lantern.
It's
They
okay.
were
He
not
fixed
great
it at the
movies.
end of 2. He fixed it.
Yes, he did. He did shoot his former Deadpool self, and he did shoot Ryan Reynolds I'm guessing in another timeline, and stopped him from doing Green Lantern altogether.
They had that one joke in the first one where he's like, how do you think that what's his name gets work? He's like, probably his acting ability. He's like, oh, come on. Have you seen him act? Look at Ryan Reynolds. Like, come on.
Space. It's the only thing people want to see. It's space.
Just look at Ryan Reynolds.
So, speaking of all these, I mean, Deadpool 1, I mean, you get to see Wade's origin from being regular old Wade Wilson, former Special Forces, turned mercenary, cancer, after meeting someone that he can actually be as nuts as he wants to be with.
Because she is just as nuts.
Correct, if not nutty-er.
I just think that's funny as shit when they go to their first date. They're at like an arcade, and he's like, "I need the Voltron ring," and she's like, "I'll take an eraser," and he's like, "You now have all of like Kior at beck and call, and you can erase things written with a pencil."
Like I don't understand how she didn't know what Voltron was. It was like 5 mini line box come together to make one big robot, and she was just like, "Yeah, okay." No,
he's
ma'am,
like,
no.
If I give you this ring, how much time will that give me? She's like 3 minutes, and he's like, well, what are we gonna do for the other 2 minutes and 43 seconds?
Cuddle. And so the Calendar Girl theme plays in a romp through holidays and mischievous nudity.
It's such bullshit. She's like, ow! And he like pops up with the teeth like, happy Halloween.
Yeah, let's see. We saw what, Valentine's Day. We saw
Women's Day.
International Women's Day. Chinese New Year, Year of the Dog. Yeah, do we all obviously Halloween? We saw Thanksgiving, and then we had to see the ugly sweaters for Christmas. And this is when we find out that Wade has cancer, terminal cancer. But this is also after little.
he hands her the ring, and she's like, "Where are you keeping this?" And it zooms out, and he's just got
nowhere.
the sweater on.
Yeah, nowhere. Nowhere. Like, okay, sir. Was that in your prison wallet?
Can you imagine? Okay, can you imagine? First off, what do you think Wade was doing for work at this?
He was
point?
I'm pretty sure he was still a mercenary.
Oh, that's true.
At that
He
point.
could still be a mercenary at that point. That's true.
But I'm guessing, he was doing tame jobs, as they were saying.
Yeah, kind of like the with the pizza boy, which I thought was really funny.
The bedazzled jeans.
Yeah, he's like,
the jeans, not a chandelier.
Jeans, not a chandelier. But like, also,
on pizza. Ugh.
Can you imagine? How do you think Wade would be as a parent?
Ah,
terrible. He would be terrible.
I mean, look at how close he was with Fire Fist in the second movie. Like, he did try his best to keep that kid from going down the wrong path the entire time. I mean, except for in jail.
I mean, but like, that is one of those things where it's easier to be an uncle than it is to be a parent.
That's fair. Yeah, you can always those kids can go home.
Yes, those kids go home at the end of the day. So all you have to do is put in a lot of effort for like a solid 6 hours.
Yeah.
And then it starts stinking, and you're like, take this back. Please. It stunk, it fart, and it smells, and it threw up. Please take it back. But as a parent, like, it pukes, and you're like, take this back, and they're like, it's yours, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And, oh, shit.
What's up?
I have to wipe this.
Yeah, you have to wipe that down and put powder on it.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
Oh well.
Tough shit.
Do what you got to do.
But Deadpool was really I liked the first me. Honestly, like the first one, I was pretty excited about when it came out, but
Right.
by that time he had become so widely known that I had lost my love for him, because when you see it everywhere, you're like, okay, everybody loves Deadpool. I get it. Whatever. Just fucking. Bleh.
Well, see, by that time, Deadpool in the comics had been he's had multiple titles to himself. He's been in the X-Men. He's been a part of X-Force. He was originally brought in the New Mutants, I want to say.
He was in Excalibur too, or at least he
Yeah.
was at Siren for a long time.
And then I know he was a part of the Avengers for a time. I know he was a part of the covert team of X-Men that they dubbed X-Force again. And I know that he was a part of the Thunderbolts for a while.
But
Of course,
he didn't have his own. He didn't have his own thing for a really long time.
Yeah, I think they kind of used him as primarily like a support character for a little bit.
Yeah, because I remember I saw him first in a Spider-Man. Because Spider-Man used to be my favorite, because I was like, he's funny, and he has a good heart. Like, that's my favorite. And then he talked to Deadpool one time, and I was like, who is this? And then I went to the comic store, and I saw a couple Deadpool comics, because he had before he had his main run, where his first issue was with Sasquatch. Because the first thing they did was they had to make him weaker, because he's undefeatable. So they were like, the first thing they did in the first issue was something nuclear radiation, and he gets his finger chopped off, and it doesn't grow back.
Right.
And so that's the whole thing, is he's like, now I got to try and figure out how to grow all my, how to get back my regenerative properties. And that was the whole thing, was him trying to figure out how to do it. But he had smaller runs back in the day, little 6-issue stints.
Yeah, I think they've done the same thing with Carnage too, where he only gets so many issues because it's a homicidal maniac with a killer symbiote. So you can only give him so many issues to do evil things, unless he's a big main antagonist to a storyline in another comic book.
Yeah, because Deadpool is not main character material. Because in the comic books, you got to have even Venom, he could have his own line, because he's got the heart of gold thing. He genuinely wants it, but Wade's not supposed to have that. He's genuinely insane.
Yeah,
he's schizophrenic, crazy, and he murders with reckless abandon. And he generally doesn't feel bad afterwards.
Oh, again, when you grow up the way most of these characters grow up.
Stop making cancer your only card.
No,
in the hands.
I said the way he grew up.
Oh. Childhood and cancer of the body.
Trauma
is enough.
So much trauma
to allow him to kill with reckless abandon at any point.
I don't see you telling me that Thanos was wrong.
That's because Thanos was right.
Uh-huh.
But he's an equal opportunity offender.
Yeah, so's Dr. Doom. Murdering whole multiverses for plans to work properly. He's probably killed more people than Deadpool all over.
But if a few multiverses, that's fine. There's still the same person is elsewhere.
Trillions of lives.
That sucks.
Across the stars.
Well, it's easier to not pay attention to them when you don't see them. It's like when you step on an anthill. Are you seeing all the ants underneath being sad?
Unfortunately, I am one of those people who wants to pour liquid aluminum down into an anthill see, because the pretty art that it makes afterwards. So much death, but such pretty art.
Someone had to sacrifice for this art, and I'll be damned if it's me.
Facts.
What if somebody a giant alien like Galactus came to Earth, and he was just like, I want some pretty Earth art, and poured liquid hot aluminum all over Earth.
Who's to
And then
say
he's like,
that's
"Look,
not going to happen?
I got an Earth-shaped aluminum ball. I'm going to put on my mantle now."
Good grief. I mean, okay.
Look, my 8-year-old got mad at me because she said you can eat lava and you'll be okay, and I was like, you cannot, and she was pissed.
The moment you even
She's
try,
like,
your
"What do you
face
mean?"
will burn
Yeah.
completely off, getting close.
She's like, your mouth would cool it off. I'm like, that's you don't understand. I was
You
like,
don't understand the physics.
I was like, it's melted stone. Like, stone is so hot it became a liquid, which is like 3,000 degrees or something. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. You cannot put it in your mouth. And I was like, if you put it in your mouth, it'll just melt through to the back of your head.
No, this is what you do.
Or just and it's all the way throughout your butthole.
Give her a hot pizza roll. Fresh out of the microwave, fresh out of the oven. Just give her a fresh pizza roll. You're like, that's lava. Is your mouth cooling it off? Yeah, that's right. That is not even a fragment of the heat.
Yeah. I had a 15-minute argument with her in tears because I told her she was wrong about you can't eat lava.
Daddy, you're stupid.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot because I'm fighting you on eating lava.
I'm gonna take you to Hawaii and just be like, here, walk over to the brown.
Why don't you
Guess what? You're going down.
Oh, what's that? You can't even get within 5 feet without crying? Yeah. It's fucking hot, isn't it? You want to eat it now? Want me to get you a spoon? Oh, wait. Melted the spoon.
Closer you get.
You want to go ahead and
this
dip your
spoon's looking
hand
really
in there?
wilty.
Yeah. Golly. This used to be a spoon. Now it's a chopstick.
Terrible.
What happened? Fucking kids.
One of these days.
One of these days, what, you going to eat lava?
I would hope not. Again, go ahead. Teach her a lesson. Hot pizza roll.
You can't. Okay. Yeah, pizza roll is fine. I'm not going to teach her a lesson by like, all right, eat this lava.
Honestly, I saw somebody make quick obsidian by taking molten lava and pouring liquid nitrogen over it. That was awesome. Quick obsidian. I was like, holy shit, awesome. You're going to make yourself a dragon glass blade?
That would be pretty badass.
Going to kill yourself some White Walkers, sir?
I just want obsidian so I can be like, what could I possibly do with this? Like, this is fucking obsidian.
Well, you gotta do it just right. It's very brittle.
Of course, because otherwise it's just rocks.
Rocks? You mean shattered glass, basically?
I wonder what would happen if you threw dry ice into a lava pool.
I mean,
Battle for the ages.
Depends on how much lava's in said pool and how big of a block.
I'm sure there's a Google for that.
Man.
It probably is way less crazy than I'm hoping in my head. It's probably just like you throw the dry ice and it disappears by the time it hits the ground. You're like, well, that was fun. Good game, everybody.
I mean, again, it did manage to boil off a little bit of the liquid nitrogen. He did put in like a lot. I think he had like 2 canisters of liquid nitrogen.
Could you pee on a lava pool?
I don't think you would want to. I don't think you would want to.
You could like write your name, and then what if it was just like permanently in rock? Your name floating down.
It would be
lava river.
It would be. No, I don't think you have a cold enough pee stream to cool down lava. Just to be like, it's my name.
It's my name.
Going downhill. Look, Jason's going downhill. Terrible.
Bye.
Until it hits the ocean. Oh, little Jason Island. It's floating out there.
We'll see you later. Explorers years from now will look at this and be like,
What the fuck?
what the fuck is this?
Gotta do
And
it in
it'll be
cursive.
amazing.
No, gotta do it in cursive, but they don't teach cursive anymore. So, yay! What does that mean?
I was reading a book, or listening to a book, and they were talking about architecture, and they were, or not architecture, archaeology, and they were pulling up stuff, and they're like, "Oh, look, it's like tools that they used to use," and she's like, "We're burying bottle caps now, and shit, and people hundreds of years from now are going to look at this and think that we worshipped it." Like, or like they're not going to have any idea what this is or what any of this is. They're just going to think that we were like worshiping shit, or these were our Coca-Cola was our god or something. And they're like, they're not going to have any idea. And I'm like, you're probably right. People are going to think like, yeah.
So, yeah, all the buried trash. Yeah.
Yeah, all the buried trash. They're gonna find all the ET Atari games again.
Oh god.
And be
We discovered them. Look at them. They're so amazing.
that is super cool that like that myth got busted. They just spent so much money looking for these useless ass games just to prove that some guy did it. Like, what a dick.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what you get for making a shitty game.
Fair enough. I mean, it was not good. I don't remember playing it, but I can tell you from like seeing the graphics. And
it was Atari.
I mean, again, there was not a lot of action in ET.
No.
Alien. No. That's a franchise that got a game and was good.
Yeah,
Friggin' Predator. Then they did they had the whole Marines, Predator, and Aliens in one game, and you could play as each one of those different factions. I played that shit on my computer. I loved it.
Oh god, what was the Aladdin game was really good on Genesis.
I don't think I ever played it.
I remember that one because for some reason that one stood out. The Aladdin game on Genesis was good, and there was another game that they had on Super Nintendo where they did that same thing Mortal Kombat did, where they did like pictures of them actually doing the moves. Oh my gosh. It was the Batman game. The Batman and Robin game from the movie.
Was it after Val Kilmer's?
I think it was after Val Kilmer's. But it was I remember it being really good.
We don't talk about that movie.
I know we don't talk about it. We do, unless it's we talk about it when it's time to give it a heaping ration of shit.
Yep.
That's when we talk about it.
Fair enough. And again, only saving grace from that one was Uma Thurman.
Thanks, Uma.
You're an amazing Poison Ivy. I really wish they would have kept you around for another go.
She's done so many amazing things.
Oh, Kill Bill was, I think, one of her fucking best movies.
Be Cool.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Fuck. Why can't I think of it? Samuel L. Jackson. John Travolta. Bruce Willis.
That was...
Bing Rames.
Fucking
Pulp Fiction. Yeah. Shit left my brain so fast. I was like, such a fucking...
I can't believe I got one at the same time as you. This is amazing.
So good. Because, again, it's another Tarantino film. And so is freaking Kill Bill. I was like, yeah, Uma Thurman's in a fair amount of...
Hey, you want to watch that movie where Bruce Willis gets fucked in the ass?
Oh.
No? Okay.
He was a boxer. He did. I think he did manage to punch out Bing Rames.
What? I wonder. Has there been any Quentin Tarantino films in a while? Again, like the last one I remember is that
Eight.
What
was the last one I think I saw?
What is it called?
The Hateful Eight.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Kurt Russell, Samuel L. Jackson, Walton Goggins is in it. Channing Tatum, I think, is in it for a little bit.
I mean, the last one I can think of is that one with the chick with the gun leg.
Oh, was that Dead Planet? No,
I don't think it
Grindhouse.
was. I don't think it was. I think it was the house one.
Yeah,
What is it called?
Grindhouse or
Grindhouse. Yeah, but it was like 3 different movies in one.
yeah. I think
Like,
it was like a whole. It was like a whole old school kind of feature.
yeah, yeah, and that's the last one I remember. Like I didn't even remember that Hateful Eight was Quentin Tarantino at all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Actually,
Nah.
let me make sure. So I don't
Maybe they need to come up with
stupid.
some new shit. Somebody needs to come up with new movies.
Or new. Well, I feel like what happens, just like with like superhero movies aren't a genre because you can break them down into different genres like comedy and action and thrillers and depending on it, maybe even a horror kind of film. Because I feel like uh Wanda in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness took it to a horror vibe throughout the entire film. I mean, she was spooky.
Yeah,
She was hitting
yeah.
spooky notes. I mean, especially when she killed freaking Professor X. I was like, oh shit, that bitch went poltergeist. She went heavy
She
poltergeist.
sure did. Sure did. She did what Magneto could not.
Yeah, yeah. Hateful Eight was Quentin Tarantino, and that was in
Okay.
2015.
Okay. Um, but I don't know. Do you think that they're gonna do another Deadpool after this?
I don't know if they're going to do another Deadpool specifically. I think what's going to end up happening is Deadpool might. To me, I think Deadpool would more than likely profit better as that character kind of pops up, just like Stan Lee used to. He just kind of pops up, does a little cameo, and away he goes. It doesn't even have to be Ryan Reynolds in the suit as long as he does the voiceover for it. Bam,
Yeah.
done. Until they get towards the end of the multiverse saga when you get to like Avengers 5 and Secret Wars. I think that's when he pops back up and he's back in films again. But it's not like him specifically, maybe him in a small team effort throughout whatever he has to do. But I don't think there'll be another Deadpool movie after Deadpool and Wolverine. I think this might be his last Deadpool specific film.
That's fine. That's fine.
I mean,
I'm not.
because I mean, look at Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman played freaking Wolverine. All 3 initial X-Men movies, cameoed in a couple of the cameoed in the first First Class movie, then was again somehow the main focus of the second one, and then he cameoed again in another one. Then he has his own trilogy. So I mean, he was in so many different films as Wolverine, and now he's back again as Wolverine. So I mean, he said Logan was going to be his last one, and then he was like, "Oh, I might have fucked up." After he saw Deadpool, he was like, "Oh shit, I fucked up." So
I mean, they say a lot of things. Actors say a lot of things.
I mean, they do, and sometimes it's because they're getting older. They probably don't have the same stamina, or
That's what she said.
can't put in the same amount of training as they used to. So it's like,
That's also what she said.
Anyway,
that's the goal.
that is the goal. But I don't see it for Ryan. I think he's getting older, and he knows that he's getting older. So I think he's going to try to veer away from the heavy physical roles. Like he might still do some stuff, but I don't think he's going to do Deadpool specifically.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
That makes sense.
Unlike Tom Holland, who is still young and vibrant, and
do it. Keep going, Tom.
give us until we can get our Miles Morales live action, and then we can be like, all right, we'll let you go, Tom. We'll let you go, but we expect you to come back later when you're a little bit older and you're like, I'm a more adult Peter Parker.
Yeah, Spider-Man until you're dead, Tom.
Right? You think? I mean,
Spider-Man
again,
until you're dead.
the perfect. I got to give it to Marvel. They're casting for like their main characters has been so spot on, so spot on.
So nice. All right. Well, I think we hit an hour. And
Yeah,
we hit a lot of shit too.
Yeah, here, there, and everywhere in between.
That's what we do.
It's true. That's what we do.
Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome to this episode.
I know we're gonna be like, what? We didn't even introduce ourselves. What we were doing.
It's whatever.
I mean, we did this as a live, so we were just like, it's whatever.
Yeah, this is what you're gonna get tonight. So fuck off.
Yeah, we could always this is what's gonna happen. We'll verbally say it, and I'll try to when I do the audio for it to throw it up on YouTube. I'll be like, oh yeah, we did say this is KJNA podcast.
Oh, you want me to cut it in and add it at the beginning? Welcome to this episode of the KJNA podcast. My name's Kevin, and I'm the K.
And then I'm the J. And then we just kind of roll on in there.
Cut and paste. Cut and paste.
But as far as YouTube, I think we should actually try to take this, what we've done video-ishly.
I think I can save the video. All you gotta do is log in under. I'll tell you later. Let's tell them where they can find us, and we'll talk about it later.
All right. As always, you can find us at the kjnapodcast@gmail.com for email. You can also call us at 858-848-5562, which is also KJNA, because we're cool like that. Don't forget, we're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on Threads. We're on YouTube. We are on TikTok. We are on Patreon. And don't forget that if you just want to give us a little nudge in the right direction to keep the podcast going and all that good stuff.
The wallet direction.
Yeah. Buymeacoffee.com, KJNA podcast.
And we're posting videos where I do stupid shit.
Yeah.
And,
so if you're on our YouTube, we have a whole game series. He's playing
No Rest for the Wicked
and the Shopping Simulator.
I only did that once. That was a one-off.
Whatever.
That was a one-off. I put in like a solid 30 hours in that game. And then I kept playing, and my daughter kept whining and wanting to play so bad. But you can't have multiple saves. And so I just got so annoyed. I finally said, fuck it. And I deleted it and started a new one. Was like, there you go. You can play.
Terrible.
So all 30 hours wasted.
Well, at least you put in 30 hours.
I'm never going to sell cereal in the grocery aisle of the KJ&A Mart ever again.
Oh. What kind of cereal did you have? You have the good stuff?
I had Choco Pick. I had honeybees.
Oh, not the honeybees.
Oh, yeah, it was honeybees.
I'm going to guess it was kind of like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Well, they're about to have a really big update. So
Okay.
I'm also kind of waiting for that, too.
Okay. So
where they're going to have a whole lot more to do than what I was doing, which was yelling at Barry.
I feel like that's what everybody does when they play that game. It's like they yell at one friggin' person in the store the entire time.
No, I yelled at it was the cashier. He was a worthless piece of shit. He was so slow. Barry the cashier. And then I had two stalkers who were amazing. That was Henry and Dennis. Henry and Dennis. Just watch the video. You'll get it.
Oh, God.
Henry and fucking Barry.
So, as always, find those videos on our YouTube. Guess what? They're on a whole playlist.
Yeah.
We made playlists for things.
Jay made playlists. I just made videos and edited them.
Yep. So find that in their playlist, and then find all our character deep dives on another playlist. Hey, we even have guest spots separated on a playlist all to themselves too. So find our guest spots, character deep dives, and Kevin's playthroughs of No Rest for the Wicked and Supermarket Simulator on YouTube.
Whatever I feel like playing.
Yeah, whatever he feels like playing. You just gotta let me know so I can make those nice little intros for you.
He does a good job.
I try.
Okay, thank you so much for listening. We love you.
Good night.
This podcast is a production of Unfiltered Studios. If you would like to know more about joining Unfiltered Studios, please visit our website at unfpod.com for more information.